Dave, with me is Mr. Tony Goodchild, the executive in charge of the Automotive Specialties Group of the W.R. Grace Company. In competition known as the Grace Cup, sportsman racers from coast to coast can win some pretty sizable cash awards at the end of the year. Tony, how much can they win and how does it work?
We establish a points fund at the beginning of the year, Steve, of $42,000. Racers can qualify for points towards that by their performances in 7 selected events over the year. It's a terrific program for sportsman racers. We're delighted to be doing something for them.
So from stock eliminator to pro comp, they can win some big bucks thanks to the Grace Cup. We'll be back with more Sports Nationals action after these words.
Starting system. All 5 amber lights come into play, and it's handicap racing based on the index system. Steve, what's the index all about?
Racing Alton Love's 170-mile-an-hour A dragster against Robert Hutchison C. Econo Altered, a much heavier 140-mile-an-hour car. Not hardly fair, is it? Well, it wouldn't be, except for the index system. That's how the handicaps are figured in the sportsman categories we're going to see today. NHRA assigns the indexes. It's what they feel a well-prepared, well-driven car should run. Hundreds of racers, even a computer is used to finally arrive at these indexes. For Alton Love's A dragster, it's 7.75 seconds. For Robert Hutchison C. Econo Altered, it's 10 seconds flat. Subtract the two, you get 2.25 seconds. Dial it into the Christmas tree, and the race is on. Hutchison with the head start, the A dragster trying to chase him down. Before we see some of these tortoise and hare contests, let's meet some competition eliminator drivers.
John Lingenfelder, Decatur, Indiana, B. Econo Dragster.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Stocks from Burlington, North Carolina. Joe Williamson, Louisville, Kentucky, E. Alter, competition. Dennis Ferraro from Comac, New York. Bobby Cross, Mesquite, Texas. Wayne Clapp, driving for Dean Thompson, New Orleans, Louisiana.
16 cars started final eliminations in competition. We're down to 8. This is round number 2 racing. This is the 6-cylinder engine that powers the altered roadster of Joe Williamson. Joe's competition is Jake Clausen. He comes all the way from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Clausen giving away a little over 1 second head start to Joe Williamson. There goes Joe, and a red light for Jake Clausen. He could not wait. Watching his competition disappear down the track. Too much for Jake Clausen. He red lights away his chance for a victory. Joe Williamson moving into the next round of eliminations with a fine 8.68 second elapsed time. A very important race here. This is Wayne Clapp driving the roadster. He is the current Grace Cup points leader. He's against John Lingenfelder's Econo Dragster. The Econo category utilizing 1 4-barrel carburetor and an automatic transmission. Rather limited modifications. Clapp can do all he wants to his altered roadster. Ford-powered engine in the roadster, pulling a big lead at the start. But here comes Lingenfelder, and John Lingenfelder pulls it out at the finish line. 8.14 seconds the winning time, 8.47 seconds the losing time. In slow motion, we'll go back and take a look at this race as the roadster, with 35/100ths of a second head start on the index system, tries to hold off the charge of the dragster. He still has the lead at the middle of the course. He still has the lead at the first timing light, but at the finish line, it's John Lingenfelder by just a little over a wheel length. Down to the shutdown area, that's Lingenfelder on the left, Clapp taking off his helmet. Here's Steve Evans.
Well, Wayne Clapp, I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you that you lost. You couldn't even tell in the lights.
No, we couldn't tell. It was close in the lights.
Of course, you can't win them all. You've got 2 big national events under your belt already this season.
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping for this one. This is the one that means the most of the sportsman racers winning the Sports Nationals, and we worked at it, but I guess it wasn't to be this year.
Well, there's an awful lot of money at the end of the season here in the Grace Cup. You led the points coming in. How do you think this is going to affect the Grace Cup standings with you going out here in the second round?
Just make me work harder.
From Harvey, Louisiana, Wayne Clapp.
Thank you.
A pair of Texas Econo rails. Randy Pumphrey from Lubbock. He's in the far lane. In the near lane is Bobby Cross from Mesquite. A B versus a C Econo dragster. 3/4 of a second is the handicap. The head start going to Bobby Cross. He is in the C-class car. Both cars using small block Chevrolet engines. And it's Bobby Cross by a car length. His elapsed time time 8.73 seconds at a speed of 152 miles an hour. Utilizing the Chevrolet engine with one 4-barrel carburetor and an automatic transmission, and limited modifications allowed to the engines. But they still run speeds of 150 to 160 miles an hour. So we see Bobby Cross winning over Randy Pumphrey. One of the finest full-bodied race cars anywhere, anytime. The team of Sox and Martin, the Dodge Challenger. Ronnie Sox, one of the most famous names in all of motorsports, drives this beautiful car. Exotic suspension systems, the big Hemi engine. Runs the car as an A factory experimental in competition. This competition is the world champion, the Econo Altered of Dennis Ferrara. Utilizing the funny car body, Ferrara out of New York, the North Carolina team of Sox and Martin in the near lane. Ferrara gets the head start of 1 full second. Ronnie Sox now has to play catch-up. The Hemi-powered Dodge Challenger trying to make up the difference, but he can't do it. Dennis Ferrara wins it, 9.65 seconds. The Ronnie Sox losing 8.56 seconds. So you see the 1 second head start to Dennis Ferrara makes up the difference at the finish line. Ferrara continues to hold his lead in the middle of the course, but look at the Challenger of Ronnie Sox trying to come on at the finish line. It's Dennis Ferrara.